this. Right now, I wasn't supposed to begin, but because, I'm sitting here at the desk and I talked to myself, I said to myself, I'm just going to begin. So I'm beginning now by just writing down some random stuff I picked up today. And I have some stuff in my phone. I have so much stuff, I don't know what to do. So usually you stuff it in the turkey. A turkey is known as Tom. Bot is known as mechanical. So you have it at the bottom. So I'm reckoning it's at the bottom of the ocean. If it would be at the side, and where would it be at the top? So I'm just looking at the situation. So now I'm going to call the top Mars. And what would I be calling the sides? It would only be the sides if I'm in the center and it's side to side of who I am. So call me number 37. I am 137 because I am what is in between. I'm right over here. One divides all, and what is all. And in between what is all is 4, 5, and 6. That's who I am. And the letters are F, E, D. Maybe we can go E, R, A, L. But it's really not an L because the L is also, for your own sake, can be an L or it can be AI. How can I explain this? The minute you go to I, A, B, C goes away. It gets replaced with J, K, and L. A and B equals C. It is one whole. When you add that to D4, it creates J10. So now we replace it. J10, K11, L12. 12 is 1 and 2 is 3. So now we go from 4 over to 12. You also have to understand what is AE and I. How does it fit into this? There's a lot of things going on. I lose myself. So just if you see me traveling away from where I started, you can say something to me and wind me back up. I think it's this one here. Okay, and this one over here, you can see A. I'm not going to do the telephone right now, but you can see A over here, and you drag it all the way F. So this is on the opposite sides of the dice, right? But the reality is you should be going, you can't go past E. You can go A to E. When you're playing with in the I world, right? If you're playing on the face, this is a face. 10 is a face. If you look at a dice cube, okay, if you look at the calculator, 10 is a face. What that means is 9 and 1, 8 and 2, 7 and 3, 4 and 6. And then 5 is the antenna to all. When they had the two towers before, they had a tower on this side and a tower on this side. Now they had to put one right over here where the FED is, the federal. 6, 5, and 4. And inside both 5 and 6 is a 4. The only difference between the 5 and the 6 is the sides of the 6, or the up and the down. How can I explain this? I'd have to show you a cube. Do I have a cube somewhere? There's a cube here. Okay, yeah, I have this cube over here. You see, on the 5, you're going to find this dot over here. The extended circumference around this dot going 360 degrees. Where should this extend? Should I be extending out to here, to these points? If I did that, I'd be taking up a half a moon all the way around the square planet. Is that a possibility why we have different size moons or cut-off moons? And are each one of these a different moon? Seeking 21 moons, that would be 1 year and 8 moons into the next year if we were working that way, right? 21 moon cycles off a cube. We turn that around and see how that works out. So let me see where I was at right now. So let me take this off. I'm just going to point the camera at me for a second. I don't like being all over the place. I shouldn't have come out here, but there's a program called Reboot. It must be in the 90s, somewhere into the 90s, maybe the early 2000s. And they had Enzo and they had Bob. Meanwhile, Bob is 13013. The two sides of the alphabet, the divided alphabet. I'm assuming now with zero, the zero position is in between. Let me put this back up here. Here, the zero position, right over here. Okay, I don't know if I designed this properly. Would be number 8, right over here, and then over here would be number. Was I right? 7. Let me see. 7 ends. Here's 7. Here's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 15 would actually be over here. There is no in between here. This cube cannot do this. This cube cannot do this. Just let me take a look at this. I got the 7 over here. The 9 ends here. The 11 ends here. The 13 ends here. The 5 is over here. The 3 is over here. I'm trying to understand. You see, in between over here, right down here, I stopped here. So it would have been number 12. You see the way it's 12 that actually ends everything? It ended here. How do we get 13? How do I get 13? Because I'm already starting in the 7th position. That's the difference. You see, watch. If I keep the 7th position up here, I would go 7 is 1, 9 is 3, 11 is 5, and then I would go 13 as 7. That's really weird. I'm just, it's so hard to figure out. Somebody stay with me. How is this working? See, this is number 7 over here. Now what we need is I need 7 over here. I need 5. I need 3. And then here's 1. So 1 and 1 meet over here, but they don't meet here. So did I make a mistake? Here's one of them. That would be 5. Here's 2 of them. That would be 3. Yes, there is an error. I do end over here. My ending is over here where they kiss. Okay, the difference over here where they kiss, okay, is not the same over here. Here, you see the way the 2 are kissing here, the 2 are kissing here, the 2 are kissing here. Here's a singleton with the 7 where it switches on the way up. There's only a 1/2 area space over here. See this 1 and 2 space? It's not this. It's not the same. There's something different about this area here as that area there. But anyways, the areas that are in the corners are here. These areas here looks like a Canadian flag. So since these two meet, this one is 13 and this one is 14. Now, the thing about this is it's supposed to be, I work this design to work every second number. So I am no longer going to have, okay, number 1 over here. How can I explain this? In gematria, the letter N and the letter, let me just get rid of this for a second. You see, I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to build these equations. In gematria and on the dice cube, I'm trying to put the 2 together. So they have a dot, the 1, the 3, and the 5. They skip. 1 skips, 2 to 3. 1 skips, 3 skips 4 over to 5. So 3 and 5 are connected by number 4. 1 and 3 are connected by number 2. So what is ABC? So if we understand these links, the thing is, with these cubes and with this nonsense reality that I'm talking about is the actual logic equation that I'm building so that you can understand how to use these numbers, what these numbers are telling us. And sometimes it's just guidelines and guidelines of 7 months, 7 months of 31 days. We have 4 sides to the ring. We have 4 months of 30 days. We have 4 months of 30 days. And then we have 1 month of 28 days. The cycle of the heavens. All around one, right? But it's, sorry, there. To the beta gates. That's number 7. Our cycle is for this one over here. 2 to the power of 3, 2 to the power of 2. 2 to the power of 3, 2 to the power of 2, 4 and 8, representing Pluto, representing ring, representing pole, representing buy, representing sell. So when you want to buy something, B-U-Y, do you want to also B-I something to make it buy? To make it buy, we have to understand what it means to make it buy. There's also an expression to make it buy, just means to be able to arrive, let's say, with the funds. I know I'm a little bit all over the place because there's a lot of stories that go on with this magical cube, and sometimes I see it, sometimes I don't. When I explain too much, I seem to leave the realm of what I'm actually seeing. I'm going to go get something to drink, and I'm going to come back. And yeah, just like I wanted to say, the other day they were talking about the summit. The sum is an amount to pay. The sum is actually 66. It is a gateway. It is a gateway through, you can actually say, through AC/DC and the moon. It is 10, 10, 10. It is 10, 10, 10 is an expression of 3 worlds, because in order to create what is M as the 13th letter, it is 1000. All zeros are what is the void in the 1 dot, which reflects 8. The reverse flip side to what is 8 is the 3 dot, and that is your 11 creation, which are the polarities on 3 sides of the dice, which means if you look and see empty space and you take away from the calculator 1 through 9 and you see 5, there are 4 missing. When I flip this around and I show you 2 and you take off 3 and 7, there are 7. That means 7 and 4, 5 and 2 equals to 11. Energy, mass, Jesus, the cross, and time, to the cycle of creation of 77. Christ, matter. $77. How about 77? How about the T summit? How about looking at 11? How about looking at TV as 77? Noted that your passage is 5, 1, 4. Inside of here is 514. Where do you see it? Here is your 1 division. The 5 is an equivalent of 7 plus 7 equals to 14. Its multiplication meaning in Earth's house, which is the quarter house, for the reason of 7 times 7 equals to 49. Mars and Pluto, house and moon of the cube manic. 11 times 11 times 11 equals 1331. I know it's man, and man is number 28 times 13, 28 plus 13 equals to 364 equals to 41 equals to 405. The blue in the E world, but what this is explaining is the face of the E world, which is the spirit, which is the cycle, which is the creation of the gate, which is in the heavens of Venus and the birth of one. 19 heavens of Venus. Which way did I want to go with that? 17, 18, 19. The next one is 19, 28, 37, 46. Israel man, creation of DC. Israel man, creation of DC moon. The reason for this is 13 and 31 and 13 equals to 75. 30, no, that one equals to 57. 31 and 13 and 31 equals to 75. 13 and 31 and 13 equals to 57. 57, 75. This is your cube. Why is it your cube? This cube on a 6 face, this and this will be your only 7. Your 77. Your 77 TV 2022. The reverse numeric, okay, is 5G. The year we are in February is actually the year of DC. We have reached a portal. And by the time this Rosh Hashanah comes up, Yom Kippur, we will be at that portal. And the skies will open. And this is only truth if you believe that the numbers are telling us the story of truth, or just what is in the numbers because of what I believe I seem to know, and I don't know everything. In fact, I know nothing, and I only tell you the story that comes from the cube. And I say this period of time specifically, and I hope I can come back and explain it, okay, is because we are going into the year 5783. This is the void. This is AL, or if you want to call it AI, 1 through 12, okay, or 1 through 9, whichever way you want to look at it. Okay, this one is going to equal to 45. This one is going to equal to 78. The difference in the two is the rotation of the sun, 33. When you add them, it equals to 24. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to 8 equals to 6. And because we're in the cubonic world, the world of the cube, whichever way you want to look at it, right? We've got the 2 cubes running up over here. Well, these are looking away from each other. I could have made them. And if we're putting them looking away from each other, we're going to have to find what they do looking at each other in this artwork that fills in between. Here is where your 2 cubes come together. And obviously, I always win this game because I play it for what it is. 4 and 4. You have no choice. You flip it over. It's 3 and 3. Now, you also understand they created games that give you odds. The odds are the stories that go deeper into the value of their numbers. And understand, just because it's opposite, it could be attraction as it could be polarity. And in one of these cubes, I see these tortials. It's a funnel-like going in, and I see these funnels all running. There's a funnel going in here, and it's opening up to the center. There's a funnel going in here, opening up to the center. Okay, and there's something going on in this entire cube. Okay, or it's a passage from one area out the other. There's only 3 passages on here. There's 3 passages, and you get to cover 3 moons, but it takes 4 dice to cover a sequence of 4 moons, of 3 moons of Pluto. This over here is going to be 3 times 19 equals 257. And what does that represent? It represents the beta gates of 11 creation. This will be 36 and 11. This is going to equal to 30. What equals to 47? And since energy, time, Jesus, and cross all equal to 4774, which is 3003 to the 7th gate, which equals to 28, the cycle of man, which is 1/3 of what is the value, the letter value of Pluto, which is 84, 1/3 value. But if we go ahead and want to see what the 1/3 value really is on base level, it's 24 and 6 or 66. It's at the dividing gates of a CAT, which is the XZG. I have to understand where I should look at this in the half alphabet. Just let me give it a second. 7 will always be 7, where 1 can be 6, and where C can be always C, 3, 6, 7. I'm just thinking about something. Anyways, the numeric value for cat is 3, 1, and 2. And T is the 3rd level. Okay, this is the 3rd level, T. B is the 2nd level. A is the 1st level. So where do we fit in? Which letter are we? I don't know. I haven't done those things yet. 66, it's a passage. Through man is a passage. Since man is 1/3, we also know that in order to become man, you have to be 169 moons, which means there's 1 moon in the center of 168, or the hours in our week, which is 2 times 84 Pluto. So now we have to have 2 Plutos to create our whole week in the cycle of time, and that would be 8 times 21 in order to create that, or 8 times 2, 8 times 1, 8 times 3, 24 equals 8 equals 16. The relationship with all this is, again, back to Pluto, and I'll explain what I did. What I did is 8 times 2, 8 times 1, 2 and 1 is 3. 2 times 1, 2 plus 1, okay? 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 equals to 2 equals to 3. Okay, the total is 5. Now I'm going to go 8 times 5. Now we get 40. So it's going to tell me the E world heaven is the blue world, where the 1 spirit of 6 resides. Because when you get to 8, okay, 8 is the void of Venus inside of the spirit creation right there. And in the void is taken up for where Mars comes in. But then when Mars, Venus comes, when Mercury, Mars, Venus come together, they create this. And the only thing in creation that there is here, 5 and 6. This is what they call Yo Alev, or what I call these, what I call the St Ud Ent, okay, of Earth, Mars. The reason we say "Oh Canada" is because we're saying "Oh" to Mars. This is Mars. Now, sometimes I used to say to myself, are we saying it to this because this is what makes our time go around by the ocean? And actually, what I'm representing is what is 5 times 15, which is relevant to Mars, which equals to what is now relevant to DC. Okay. And even if I invert the number, okay, to its perfection times 15, okay, it still equals to 75. This is a reflection of the moon. This is a reflection of the moon, and it's also a reflection of man and woman. Woman would be the 5, and man would be the 7. The thing is, 1 7, okay, 1 7 is good. And then when you have 2 7s, it equals to 14, it equals to 5. So 1 7 is man, but 2 7s seem to turn into 1/4. 14 becomes now 1/4. If you multiply 6 by 14, it's going to equal to 84. We're back to Pluto again. Pluto is that gate. It gets a little confusing, so we're going to keep it basic. Let me show you. This 13 that is man, 1 times the 13 that is man. Let me see this. Where am I again? 13 by 13 is 169. The man's bar mitzvah happens at 13. That's why this happened over here. Time is 47. Jesus is 74. Energy is 74. Cross is 74. The reverse to the 7th gate make everything look like 7. 3 and 4, 7. 7, 0. 7, 0. 4 and 3. 7 is the polarity of the cube. Totality. You're only talking about number 6 over here. You're talking about number 6 over here. Okay, because 6 is opposite of the complete void, and it is the only penetration that will create a 7. So it's 7 and what is the heavens of Mercury, or the one spirit. So you have 30, 30. This is almost the same thing, these two. They're just the polarities. That's all they are. 30, 74, 47 polarities. So you can look at this as rotation in the sun. 33 comes together, or 383. Where was I next with this? I was on here. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 3 equals to 4. You have DC. So we went, where does 13 come from? 13 comes from the polarity on the cube. The 1 opposite of the 6. The 1 has an 8 void, and the 6 has a 3 void, making the cube 7, 11. There's 3 sides to the cube. 3 sides to the cube. 7, 7, 7, reverse. 11, 11, 11, reverse. Or if we multiply it, it's 77 and 18, equaling to 86, the gateway. It actually equals to what is 95, and that would reflect birth in the E-world of Jupiter. Pi equals to separation. I'm not really sure which way I should be doing this. Whatever I do, I'm just following the obligations, whichever way this was. Anyways, I shouldn't be into that. So I showed you this. So this is going to total this number over here. Again, separation of the 7th gate. Why? First of all, 4 and 4 is the same thing as 3 and 3. It is the reverse. It is DC. It is the biggest gate. It's only 0.5 and 0.5 away. 55, freedom 55, which will create numeric value 35. And after 35, that gives you the soul. You get ho, ho, ho. Mathematics, 8 and 15, 8 and 15, 8, and 15, noting that this ho, ho, ho is the heavens with a 2, 3, 4 past vibration through Mars and the moon, with what I understand must be the power of Mercury. I'm just trying to put the story together. What is this 2, 3, and 4? Okay, give me a second. I really want to find, whoop. I'm holding this camera here. Just give me a second. It says there's nobody watching, but I know there's 2 people here, so it's really funny, eh? Okay, give me a second. I'm going to get something to drink in the kitchen. I'm going to try and recalibrate and come back. Just want to see who's here from yeah, it says I have 2 likes and nobody ever showed up, but that's okay. It says 1 watching now, but it could be me. Whoa, I don't like my screen just pops bigger all the time. Okay, I'm going to get something to drink in the kitchen. Going to come back. Okay, just want to check something out here. Okay. Okay, let me look for this right now. Okay, it's not here. Maybe I'll get to work on something from this pile over here. These books here. I'm going to show you this after. I'm going to see if we can go through this, try and figure out where we are. This is the base alphabet. This is a base, a 7 base. Let's not use the alphabet. And it goes as high as 15. This is inside the house. Goes as high as 15 as like the pool balls, all the pool balls. It goes as high as number 7. When we go to number 7 is noted to be A through G, and then over to M, and then over to N, and over to T, and then down to Z. What I did is I just continued the motion, and then I got the rest of these numbers, and then I started to connect the number formations, and of course, always to be discussed. I mean, not just doing it the way I want to, because my idea, your idea, their idea, their idea, their idea, you bring them all together and we see if we can somehow, like the deck of cards, and shuffle them all together. We used to shuffle 39 cards, right? Right? You know, there in the deck of cards, there are 52 cards, right? But there's 26 red suits and there are 26 black suits. So let me see if I can find. I don't understand. How can I lose something in a book that's on my desk that hasn't moved? Just stick with me for a second. Hopefully I don't forget what I was looking for. There's so much information out there. Oh, I was doing this yesterday. I am freaking all over the place all the time, and I ain't proud about it. Okay, I'm going to do it again. I didn't talk about the dog today and XYZ, Z being the dog. So the dog goes with A, and all the things you know about dogs. And the X is the cat. You put them together, you have 50. You divide the gates by the cycle of the moon. After the moon is installed, this is what happens numerically. The X, the 24th letter, the reverse of the 24th letter, and what it means to be the reverse is the 24th letter, meaning that it is third from last. It is the same thing that if it was third from first, but only 2 away from first. Okay, so it is Z, it is Y, and that it is X. So it is Y that will connect X and Z. XY chromosome, zone 1, bringing it to 1. So anyways, X is the 24th letter. The reverse is C. In order to create C as the third letter numerically, okay, so what it is 3 times man, which is 28, as well as 13, equals to 84. What is Pluto as the 9th planet? When you multiply it, stage 1, to conclude it in stage 2, to do it for one last time in stage 3, just like the cube, only 3 times, we end up with this number to get to number 24. Where did 24 come from? It came from here. Did it come from elsewhere? It sure did. It moved over between 66 at the dividing gates of gematria. And what happened is 6 times 6, 6 plus 6 equals to 36 and equals to 12, equaling to 48. 48 as 84. Where did Pluto go but through the gates of creation, of alpha beta creation? 1/2, 4 and 8 is a reflective of this. All of these are the same thing. 3, 6 is twice 3. 2 is twice 1, and 4 is twice 8. So they're exactly all the same. This is what 6 does. So where was I in this? Yes, it takes, in order to create this creation through dog, you had to get this over here. 2 times 8, 16. 2 plus 8 is 10. So it is the 28th cycle that broke its way all the way down into creation, in which 20, or the 20th letter, is part of the reflection of the 7th gate of T, where this is T2, and this would be 5G. How do I get that? Let me see. Yes, the reverse of this is that, and these are the reverse of these, because, hold on a second, I just want to see if I'm doing this properly. T is the 20th letter. G20 Summit. I'm just trying to think why 5GTE. Yes, the reflection of 20 is 50. And the reflection of 2 is G. And 50, 20. 5 and 2. Why do I say that? Because when you tie the face together, 1 and 9, 7 and 3, 4 and 6, 2 and 8, that's 40. You tied the face together. And the inside is 20. If I connect the inside, or I connect just the outside, and the outsides, I'm going to connect 40. But on the inside, I'm only going to connect 20. Unless I connected 8 and 6, 14. 6 and 2, 8, 22. 2 and 4, 6, 28. 4 and 8, 12, 40. So maybe that's my 40. So there's a lot of things we can do with this. But why are we doing it? But we did it. Why are we doing it? What is it? So we're just going to leave it alone for now. There's a second level of numbers on this, but I don't want to get into that. So this is the dog and the cat. So how does number 25, okay, come in? Or the letter Y or the letter B? Maybe a bypass between the two, between the cat and the dog. You see, the thing is, they both live in the same house. They both live at the pound. Since they both live at the pound, right, they become orphans. And since they're the orphan, we are the orphan children of Gates Omega, the animal farm, the Omega Gates. So since we have that up here, we're going to go online here. We're going to look up Orphelin roulette. See, so we look up roulette here. We come to images, and they got it right here. They broke it down for us. Let me see if we can do it. Let me see if we can do this. They broke it down for us right here. Got a lot too much light, eh? Let me see if I can fix this. Not sure if you can see that. Maybe I can. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to try and put it somewhere. Maybe we can see it better here. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, we got it. You can see it, right? I don't care what anybody says, but since the Morpheus, the Matrix movie came out, I see anything to do with Morpheus, Orpheus. This is telling us, okay, about the orphans in the roulette. It's also showing us at the gateway of DC comes in the sixth light, the birth light. Through the gateway of the sun. This is man and birth, and this, you see the way the 9 and the 6 are both inside that realm. Just trying to see where if I get what the anyways, whatever it is, just take a look. 17 and 34, 51 Mars, and 6, 57. 1 and 20, 21. Remember the 1 and 20. There's a big deal about the 1 and 20. You see, when the cube, let me see if I can, if you can see this. When the cube is sitting like this, that's 20. When the cube is sitting like this, that's 19. 20 and 19 together creates the word angel. Together, it is creation of in the worlds of Venus. The reason for that is 3 to the power of 2, 3 to the power of 3, 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 3. We're going to keep it based there. Just remember that, because 2 to the power of 3 is 8. 3 to the power of 2 is 9. That 8 and 9 is also created through what is the heavens of Venus. The heavens of Venus, the power of Mercury. We go through there. But our life is not there. Our life is here. Yo, Elev. In the game of craps, they call us the student. The word yo, Y is for Earth, and O is for Mars. So when you say yo, oh, yo, you mean me, Mars and Earth, energy and matter. You've never seen Mars. You've never seen Mars, so you really don't know anything more than what somebody said to you, because you never seen, and anything you did see is just a picture. So all it would be is the fig tree, a figment of the imagination, whether it's yours or somebody else's. This will create 15. This will create 25. When you see 1 and 2, always bring them together. I've always been a little misunderstanding in certain equations, okay, of whether or not, just like the hours, we can switch this, but we can keep the minutes the same. So I'm never sure if I should go to 40 over here or just go to what it is as 31. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 and 1 is 3. 31. Man is part of that. 13, 31. The cube numeric value is 31. 3, 21 is 24, 25, 26. 31 for the cube. How do you create 31? 7 times 3, 7 plus 3 equals to 21 the cube, and 10. 10 is the ring. 10 is the base ring. I'm going to look at it that way because I'm not really, don't have very many ways to look at it. So I will explain it my way. The ring is base 10. And when you go all the way around, the thing is, I'm going to be wrong with this right now, okay? I'm going to be wrong with this because it doesn't work. If the ring cannot be base 10, okay? It cannot, because I cannot do 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do, okay? I can do, actually I could. Can I do it? No, I can't. Let me go it again. Yeah, okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. You see, I can't even go 1, 2, 3. You see, 1, 2, 3. I can go 1, 2, 5, 6. I can go 1, 2, 5, 6 is the ring. I can go 2, 3. I can go 2, 3, 4, 5 is the ring. I can go. Let me see this again. I can go 1, 3, 6, 4, 3, 1, 6, 4 as the ring. See, I went in order here. I went in order here. This is not in order. So I'm trying to see where I'm getting with the reason I said base 10. Okay, I'm going to explain why I said base 10. It's because A, B, C, D, 4 numbers in a row added equals to 10 as 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10. If I multiply it, okay, it equals to 24. It is the same calculation as 6 times 4, 6 plus 4 equals to 24, equals to 10, equals to 34 DC. This is the divided Liberty Gate. It's the divided Liberty Gate. I call it that for the Freedom Gate because the numeric value, okay, between 3 and 4 is only a 0.5 from each end. When you meet at each end as a 0.5 equals to 10, it's actually 9 because you meet at the rim. You meet at the rim on each side. So it's a 9, like a 0.9 to go between one end and the other end. Although it's a 5, how can I explain it? How can I explain it? You need to go from here all the way to here, which is halfway as from here all the way to here. But if you understand the basics of the cube, you are going to be going, okay, one area, two areas. There's only two basic areas inside here. No chip chopping. Okay, there's only one difference in this whole area, which means in order to go that way, I'm just assuming right now, the division must be this way. I'm going to put the division this way between 3 and 4 because there's only one space. It's not like on one side of the dice is a 6 and the other side of the dice is 4, is 1. I'm going to say, oh my God, that's 5. And I got like, maybe I'm going to chop up like 5 lines or something on this. Okay, other than this. But anyways, whatever it is, there's only one number difference. Okay. And you meet up over here. You both meet up over here. There's nothing in between but the singular block. And that block is a 1/3 block. That is a man. This is the man block. 13. You become 13. You become a man. So I'm going to come back a little bit later. I wanted, okay, we did that. Yeah, we did that roulette thing. I'm going to come back a little bit later. I think everybody is left. So let me go on YouTube. Let me see if anybody's still here. It says one watching. Okay, just 1 second. Just want to see if somebody's still here. I'm going to go grab something in the kitchen for a minute and come back. Jessica Patel, Vored. What, I don't know what that is. Let me fix up this focus. Yeah, okay. So, not too happy with that explanation. But anyways, this goes around. These are separated. They're single cubes. These 4 are connected. These 2 are separated by 1. You follow me? This one is separated by 1. I don't know what that story is, but what it takes the ring is it's 2 and it's 4. 2 is a pull and 4 is a ring. The numeric value for cat is the same thing for the word 5, is the same thing for the word 9, is the same thing. What happens? Okay, I'm going to see if I can do this. 1, 5, and 9. So over here is 3 and over here is 7. I'm not sure if creation comes down to the gate and then we live here like this. And I'm trying to see, is this the way it goes? And then we would go here, and then this would go here, and then this one would go here, and this one would go here. And then we'd be in 2 different buildings, and we draw this one down here and this one down here. And the number from here and here, this is 131 on one side to what is the gateway on the other side. So what is the cycle, the numeric, what follows the numeric value to what is moon, okay, to what follows the G and H, the gateway to the heavens, which is inside the one spirit, this over here. And here's your 2 buildings together, and your other building would have to be cut on an angle to come in between these 2 buildings over here. These 2 buildings went down. They had a passage. Maybe I should have made this a little bit more separated. I didn't follow any guidelines for this. What is this? If you just showed up, I'm going to have to explain it, right? I don't remember how I got to it. Wow, I feel so silly. Okay, yes. 1, 5, and 9. What is in between is 3 and is 7. 1 is always played inside 9. Forget about 1. 1 is a position. 2 is a position. 1 and 2 are positions. It's all about what's in between. And this is what is 1 and 2. 1 plus 2 equals to 3. And it's right out of Fibonacci. In roulette, in baccarat, in craps, 1 and 1 equals 30 to 1. 6 and 6, okay, equals 30 to 1. I just said time, energy, and Jesus are all that number. Everything is calculated 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. And the minute you get to the 4th time, it's because of the 1 time. Moving into this position, okay, leaving 3 as your creation. Take out the 1, put 4, 1 moves into the 3 position, 2 doubles up in this position, equaling to 10. All we need on this dice, okay, the true value of this dice is 24 and 30. That is the true value of this cube. It's been a long time since I did that. If you're a builder and you need to measure, you only need to count the area space of the corners. But in reality, this entire cube is only 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, and 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. That's all we have to know is 8 corners. But for understanding's sake, it is the gateway of EI. It is the gateway of EI. It is the game of AE. It's AEEI. Do you follow it? This is 1/5. This is 1/4 time. When they talk about 1/4 time, they're talking about Earth. They're talking about the DNA. They're talking about the birth in the sun. They're talking about the 7th gate. And the reason for that is what is happening. Well, first of all, 1 and 4, whatever you want to do with it, with all your mechanics and mathematics, I don't care. It's still, for me, 1 and 4. So when you multiply it, it becomes 5 and 4 and 4 and 5. You can use it both ways. So right away, you know there's going to be a split. Because there's other equations where 6 times 5, 6 plus 5 equals to 30, and 11 equals to 41. This is straight. I can't turn it backwards because it came in this way. So it's automatically my number will go that way. So I'm all over the place, right? Again, I'm going to say it. So since we have 6 sides to this dice and 4 corners that we're going to match up, 4 faces, we're going to match up actually just 24 and 30 because the total face of each one of these is going to be 9. And I had a question. My question is this. These areas seem to be away from the sides of the dice. I'm always counting it like this, right on the sides with no barrier. So what if I gave it a barrier? What if I gave it a barrier and called every single dot right there, that size? But every single dot can't be that size. Every single dot, okay, would have to be this size. So this dot should be this size. This dot here should be this size because it's away from the rim. But then they're all the same size, so maybe that doesn't work. Okay, forget it. Forget it. I'm going backwards. Okay, we're going to do my last thing in here, or we're going to save this. No, we're going to do this right now. We're going to do some Roman numerals. Okay, M equals to 1,000 Roman numeral. The M is the 13th letter. So we're going to have the 13th letter is going to equal to 13. Then we're going to multiply it and add it. It's going to end up to be 7. And this one's going to end up to be 1 in its equation. D, okay, we have number 5, the 4th letter. It goes nowhere, and it comes with the 5th. C is the 3rd letter, and it comes with 1. L is the 12th letter, comes with 5, and L, we got freedom. In X is the 24th letter, becomes 14, 14 equals to 5 and 1. And we have the 5th letter. We have the 22nd letter equals to 8. V is your 8. Number 22 is where our heavens come from, our basic heavens. And we get that with number 5. And number I, 9, we get the spirit. AI with I. We get the heavens of the E world, okay, with V5. We get Mars in X10, A, B, C, D. I always confirm. L is valued at 50. We get our freedom in 1 and 2, alpha, beta. With C valued at 100, okay, and our creation, we end up with man. We end up with DC. We end up with 7 and 1. We get a gateway. The cube is number 31. 7 times 3, 7 plus 3. We get the foxhole, okay, coming with the 4 and the 5. Fox and sun come over here, and here we get a gateway to man. Again, 1,000, 1,007, 17, a gateway. Now what we're going to do next is yes or no. M, value 1,000. If I want to go to 500, I got to go to 900, 800, 700, 600. 15 and 15, 66. But, okay, but if I go from 1 over to 5, all I need is 2, 3, 4. If this was a value of 1 over to 5, it's 2, 3, 4. But because it's going down from 1,000, I have 4 areas. Coming down, give me 4 areas. Now here, D, 500. You go down 400, 300, 200. You got 3 areas. Here you have 4. Here you have 3. Here you have 4 again. You're going from 100. You go 90, 80, 70, 60. But 1 through 5 is only 2, 3, and 4. So now we're going to go over to L. It's 50 over to 10, which is 2, 3, 4 over this way and 4, 3, 2 over that way. So this is a 3, 4, 3 cycle. So again, the cycles are DC, which is 7 by 7 by 7 equals 343. This is the famous cube. What is 7? 1 and 6 is 7, same as what is 4 and 9. So if I'm rolling the dice, and I get 5 and 1, right? And I get 5 and 1. I know my 1 goes with 6, my 5 goes with 2. So that's what I actually did. What is this about? Because I'm a little bit tired. Maybe I'll come back later and do a little bit of the Roman numeral thing. Send me an email. It seems like they're blocking me because I know there's sometimes 7, 8, 9 people, 5, 6 likes. Nobody stays more than 5 minutes. Maybe I'll send out a few different videos. You have to know that, and I'm really sorry to say this, but there's a lot of control going on with this magical piece, the cube, the KaaBa. This is magical, telling beautiful stories, most numerically. And somehow it is being manipulated. The reason things are being able to be understood is because they know the cycle of man, Pluto, KaaBa, ALLA. Beautiful stories in life are fantastic, but if you do not act and be one of those beautiful stories, then a beautiful story is just a story, and it can never be if you don't act to make it. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I'm going to come back maybe with something fresh. Thank you for watching. Peace, love.